guys, how we doing? Welcome to the Tell Your Friends podcast. What is the final episode of 2016? We got episode 19 here, NFL recap, week 16. Solo episode alert, no co-host, riding solo on this one. So we got final episode, solo episode. I know I don't perform well in these, so I'll do my best to keep it brief, but stick with me here while I got you. I'm back in the swing of things. I unfortunately do not have off work on this Christmas to New Year's patch here. If you're lucky enough to have off, enjoy it, live it up, relax, cool your heels. I know Mikey is taking his 2-week year-end hiatus, so he didn't want to bother him. He's off doing better things up in Jersey. I'm here in the Tell Your Friends studio grinding away. Anyways, hopefully everybody had, a nice Christmas. Hopefully you're enjoying this nice little holiday break here, looking into New Year's. I had meat cooking duties for the family. If you're going to pick one thing, you got to have one good man thing you're good at. Me is cooking meats, whether it's grilling or on the stove top, even bacon. I'll broil it. I'll do whatever. So I had the ham going. We had that in the crock pot, simple for that. And then the real treat was the filet, the beef tenderloin. We had that thing going, some crazy recipe. Let it sit out for like 2 days in the fridge. It was good stuff, good shit, great food, good hanging around family, taking some time off. The way that this year fell, it was a quick one, but it was good. Went out, saw Star Wars. Star Wars was amazing. I've been a big fan. I grew up with it, so really enjoyed that one. Bit of a sad one, this year. It's a little bit heavy, but definitely good shit, good action, a lot of the nostalgia. Get to see Darth Vader a little bit. Don't want to spoil it for anybody that hasn't seen it. All right, but some football stuff. So I saw quick today, Rex Ryan officially outed, which kind of no surprise. We had talked about it in the past weeks, and there's been some mumblings and grumblings. I'm curious to see what he's going to go on to next. I haven't read anywhere that they've announced, but I see him sticking around football. I think he'll get a coordinator job, but curious to see where he ends up. For me, this last week of football was very nerve-wracking. The Steelers were on Christmas Day, right in the heat of things. I'm trying to cook and prepare and, got things on timers and whatnot. And, Steeler games in the background for me. The snaps of football I watched this weekend were very minimal. But had the game going on, so I kept running into the room, checking it, running into the kitchen, looking at the food. We had the phone updates going, whether it was the NFL mobile or just, score tracker. But huge Steelers game, huge Steeler win against the Ravens on Christmas Day for the division. And it came down to a great fourth quarter drive. Awesome football. Some people are calling the Antonio Brown play the immaculate extension or whatever. Kind of a joke, but man, that was just a gutsy game. You had to win it. It was against probably your biggest rival, best rival. So awesome. That's about all I can speak to as far as live football-wise that I saw this weekend, like I'm saying. And I'm sure that's true for a lot of you guys. Bigger, better things, Christmas, the holidays, family. Hopefully you're sharing with some people. That's the way it should be. But we had it weird for Steelers. We had Thanksgiving. We had Christmas, playing on every holiday. I'm kind of glad to have that over. It was way too much anxiety, way too anxious. Glad we got the W on it, though. We are playoff bound. Now we're kind of in this weird in-between, right? Between Christmas, between New Year's. You got some bowl games, college bowl games that don't really matter going right now, People are working or off. Nobody's sure what day it is. But this next week, NFL football, irrelevant to most teams, but then some teams, their whole season's hinging on it. So let's take a look out at what is our NFL playoff picture. I just pulled it up over here. Let's take a look at the AFC. You got the Patriots at the top. They've been killing it all year. Now, they're minus Gronk, I'm pretty sure. But solid team. They've been smoking guys all year. They're definitely the team to beat in the AFC. So they've officially clinched their division. Like I said before, the Steelers just officially clinched their division. And then the Texans are your other division leader. So you'll see those teams all in it. Now, Raiders-Chiefs still have something to play for. Depending on who wins there, either team could be the division leader and then still potentially pick up a wild card spot. So Raiders, huge injury. Derek Carr goes down. They're not the same team, in my opinion. I'm already counting them out. I don't think they have a shot whether they win their division or go into the wild card. Whoever I am matched up in the playoffs, I want to be playing the Raiders. I think that's the easy ticket to the next round for any of those AFC teams. Also still in the mix, not mentioned, your Miami Dolphins. I think I saw somewhere they won 6 in a row. I don't know. It's not on the screen I'm looking at, but I think they won maybe 6 in a row. So definitely a hot team. Definitely not a perennial playoff contender, but Miami, they could do some damage this year. All right, let's look over to the NFC. So we got Cowboys at the top there. Dak Prescott, the Dak Prescott show, if you've been listening at all this year, put in one of the best rookie seasons that anybody's ever seen. Dak and Zeke Elliott, those two combined were just dangerous as all get out, and they killed it, man. So they're what, 13-2 it looks like over here, and they're a division leader. Also, your Atlanta Falcons, the stalwart Matt Ryan leading those guys. The Atlanta Falcons, division winners. Seattle Seahawks, also division winners. And now you come to the weird Packers-Lions, who I think are matching up head-to-head. And there's some crazy scenario where if they tie, then there's Redskins or Buccaneers or all crazy things. But basically, I think the winner of the Packers or Lions game is going to punch their ticket. Then they'll go to the playoffs. So that's an interesting game to watch coming up this weekend. And the other wild card team, one of the wild card teams, will be the Giants, who, Mikey Jeets' Giants, New York Football Giants. You take them, you put them in any other division, and they could potentially be a division winner. Just very unfortunate this year for them, how it worked out with the Redskins, how it worked out with the Cowboys. And although they're not playoff bound, the Eagles, who looks like what? Their record is showing 6-9 right now, but 1-4 in the division. All right, so Giants will be the other team, depending on who gets in, Packers, Lions, head-to-head, and then through some crazy slew of tiebreakers or ties, potentially you could see the Redskins sneak in, potentially you could see the Buccaneers sneak in, but very slim chances at that. So that's our playoff picture for the NFL. It's shaping up. I'm happy I got my Steelers in it. Is this our year? I don't know. I've felt more overconfident in years past. I felt worse in years past than we've won the Super Bowl. So, when you get to these playoffs, total new season, you just got to get there, and then anybody can beat anybody any given day. You've seen the 6 seed wild card go all the way, win the Super Bowl. I know the Steelers have even done that in the past. A couple scary teams out there. Obviously, the Patriots, it's going to be tough to go through them. Obviously, the Cowboys would be tough to go through them. And I think the Giants are another super tough team. Whoever gets matched up in that wild card gonna have to play against the Giants. That's a tough draw there. Not being a division leader and going in. But, anyways, trying to keep things decently brief for you guys here. Like I said, last episode, what's gonna come up next? I don't know. I know at least I'll call this the final episode of 2016. At least the final episode of this season in podcasts. What's the future? Will there be season 2? Will we do something in the spring next week? I don't know. I'm gonna leave it open-ended. I got to think about it. I got to talk to Mikey Jeets, see what we come up with. You guys let me know what you want. Do we want to keep going? Do I suck? Hang it up? Throw in the towel? I don't know. I'll say this. It's been fun. I'm looking at every week I look up at the number, episode 19. It just sounds crazy to me. I can't believe I've done this almost 20 times now. But it's definitely been exciting. It's been a fun little adventure, good little side project, and I've enjoyed myself, so hopefully you guys have enjoyed it too. All right, let's get into the Fed Hill Steamroller specific topics now. We have to finish it out, close it out. This is the end of almost everybody's fantasy season, no matter what league you're doing. Usually that week 17, that final NFL week, is left as irrelevant. So all the champions should be crowned for the most part. We need to congratulate Brandon, never even learned his name this year. Newcomer, first in Schlong, just edged out Mikey Biblis, also a newcomer. The championship was won by 2 points, which is wild. So Brendan had 20 points out of his kicker, Matt Bryant. Also had 30 points out of Travis Kelce, also 30 points out of David Johnson, who I know carried him all season long. David Johnson won a lot of fantasy championships for people this year. He got people paid. Biblis, it's a heartbreaker, man. To go into the championship, you lose by 2 points. That's the ups and downs of fantasy football. He had Jordy Nelson give him 36. It wasn't enough. He was a little bit let down by Redskins receiver Jamison Crowder. Only brought like a point and change to the table. So he's sitting there just like Tim's team name saying, hey, maybe next year. Housekeeping, Dick's Girthquake snags the third spot over Matty Z in a convincing fashion. And that's a team with maybe just caught a bad break. Could have probably ran the table, won the championship. If he was matched up, he would have won the championship, scoring over 160 points this week. So maybe he's got some buyer's remorse, or however you want to use what term for that. All right, guys. So that's the fantasy football recap, the final one of this year. Thanks for playing. Thanks for listening along, guys. Like I said, had a bunch of fun. Enjoyed myself. Hopefully you're enjoying yourself. That's what it's all about. Coming up here, we got New Year's Eve, right? Everybody's got their parties and their champagne, right? Hopefully. I know I'll be here in Baltimore myself, celebrating with a few good friends. We're going to have a good time. Go out to some dinner, have a little house party. That's my favorite way to do it. Now coming back to us, we finally have relevant college football. We got the New Year's Eve college football playoffs. So I think it starts maybe a game at 3 and a game at 7, all on Saturday. You got both of those big games coming up. So I'm going to definitely tune into the 3 o'clock. Well, I'll probably watch most of that. Now that 7 o'clock one, that gets tough, man. And I've heard there's rumors they're changing the college football playoff from being on New Year's Eve. That's a tough one for people to sit in and tune into. Everyone's got plans. They're either going out or they're going to this party or with these people to dinner. So I'm not sure it's worked out just like they thought it would. And I don't know if they've announced anything official or not, but you guys let me know if there's something out there. Probably I'm just missing it. I don't claim to know everything on this. I don't even claim to know anything. Just going off the cuff, guys, like I've done all year. All right, well, thanks for sticking with me here, guys. 2016 was awesome. Fuck the haters that are, 2016, is it over yet? Carrie Fisher passes, George Mike, people were, stop 20, they can't take it, they can't even. I'm over that. Screw that. 2016 was awesome. I did a ton of fun shit. Hopefully you guys did a ton of fun shit. Looking forward to 2017. Always got to get into bigger and better things, and that's just the way you got to look at it, guys. All right, thanks for sticking with me. Try to keep it a little bit short, guys. Tell your friends. Catch you later. Peace.